All right, what's going on, everybody? Just to start the video off, I didn't have sex. That's not the reason I'm doing this video. I just want to talk about it because it's on my mind. It's something that lately I noticed when I don't either masturbate because that's the only thing I can do because, to be blunt, it's the only thing I can do because I don't have a woman to do anything with. But when I don't do that, I find myself having this energy, and it's a clean type of energy. You know what I mean? It's like it actually gives me something to look forward to because I let this build up, you know, come into my brain and my body. And, I guess my hormones are building up and they're building up and they're building up. And I feel better, I guess, the more testosterone or whatever happens when you either don't have sex or you don't masturbate. I do get this energy and it builds up into this thing where I want to do it so bad, and it's kind of like I'm screwed if I don't do it, and I'm screwed if I do it. And I know a lot of you might not understand what I mean because I know that you're not me, you're you, you're a different person, your body works a different way. But I know for me, this build up, I let it build. They call it your seed. Some people say your seed. I let it build. And if I would do it, it's like right when I am done doing it, it's like I was so into it before I released, before, just to be blunt, before you ejaculate, before I ejaculate. It's like I was so into it, then right when I let go and release that, it's like I almost feel disgusted. I almost feel like, why did I do this? I was just into it. I was just absolutely not urging. I don't want to say urge, but I was so into it, and then now that I did it, it's like I gotta get away. I have to go by myself somewhere in a corner or take a walk or just sit here and be like, okay, I did it, but why? Like I know it doesn't make sense, and I'm not really saying it. I'm not saying it how I want to say it because every time I get on these videos, I get nervous for some reason. Like I'm speaking to a million people and I'm only speaking to a couple people anyway. But I know for me, it's I do feel better when I hold on to my seed and I don't masturbate and I don't have sex, but at the same time, it's like you let this build up into this thing, and it's kind of like, what is the point of letting it build up so much? You know how much, like, what a lot of people, there's so much worry, there's so much that goes into this, and it's like a lot of people, right when they do it, it's like, okay, I did it, now it's done, and it's like I don't want nothing to do with it anymore. See, this is the thing that's really weird to me about sex and, relationships and all this stuff. I'm just not that type of guy. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to date. It's just like I'm like a hookup guy. But then at the same time, I don't think there's a lot of women out here that understand. I guess they'll say, oh, well, I'm a slut, I'm a whore if I have sex with a guy, and you know, we just get together once in a while and we have sex and we go out to eat and then we have sex and then the next day I leave and then he goes his own way. This is how I like doing things. But I know a lot of people, they see that as wrong, or they see that as a sin, or they see it as unnatural or something that they shouldn't be doing. And to me, this is so natural. That's why I think it was designed to feel that way when we're done. Because it's like, okay, you did it, now let it go. It's over with. I think that's what it was designed to do. If we could do this responsibly and it's mutual, both of us want to do something, then I don't see anything wrong with it. As long as it's both of the people want to do something and you do it responsibly, I don't see anything wrong with sex at all. Now, I know a lot of people, they're going to disagree because you're still into the marriage type of stuff and relationships and all that. And I just realized it's not for me. And I'm just being truthfully honest here. You know, I know it might sound kind of weird, and I haven't been on here for a while, but this is what was on my mind, and I don't know. I've been wanting to do videos. My phone is just, my phone is acting up. It's messing up. I got to get a new phone. And then this place that I'm in, you know, I can't really do stuff here. I don't have my own apartment. You know what I mean? It's like I got to, you know, have some respect for the neighbor, and, you know, he goes to work, he sleeps, and it's like I can't always do stuff up here. So, but anyway, that's off topic. But yeah, it's like just the whole thing with dating sites and hooking up and relationships and all that lovey-dovey stuff, that is dead to me. It's just dead to me. Like, and I know a lot of people, they're not in the same frame of mind that I am. They're not in the same awareness as I am. So you might not understand what I mean by this. But I actually agree with like polygamy and, you know, a man being with more than one woman. I agree with that. If I could be with more than a woman, if I could have like 2, 3, 4 women friends that we could hook up, go out to eat, have sex, and then go our own ways, I don't think I would want to live with women though. But I can't lie, I'm into that type of lifestyle. Now, you know, don't see me any different. I'm just telling you the way that I do things. I'm just telling you how I am. And I really think that men were not meant to be with just one woman. I really, really don't think that. Now, I know what people think. Oh, you're a whore. You're a slut. You're this, you're that, because you want more than one woman and all this. I don't see it that way. I see it as if we have an understanding of each other and we understand that we are human beings that have sex drives, and if we can be responsible and we can keep it to a limit and not go crazy with it and do dumb shit, then why can't it be? You know, it's like, who cares what other people think? Who cares what your family says or people around you say about this kind of stuff? You know, I think sex is one of the most, it's nobody's business but yours, what you do with your sexual preferences and how you want to have sex. It is nobody's business but my business, what I want to do when I have sex and who I want to have sex with. That's nobody's business but mine. So that's where I stand on it. And you know, a lot of people in society, they don't understand this. You know, they can't understand this because we were all brought up to think that we have to get in this relationship with one woman. We have to put a ring on her finger. She has to put a ring on mine. And we have to stay stuck in this relationship. And just look at marriage. Look at marriage. Look how much marriage has failed. Because two people do not want to be with each other all the time, every day, living in the same household. I really, really don't think that this is how it was supposed to be. I really don't. For me, I don't. And I won't even lie. I'm this type of guy. This is why I want to start my own commune one day. I really, really do. This is something that I really want to do. Now, some people would say, oh, what, you want to start a cult, right? A cult. No, that ain't what I want to do. I want to start a place where I can have women around me that understand me and I understand them, and maybe have a couple guys around that live by the things I live by and maybe can help with this thing. But really, this video is not really for the men. This is just me talking about what I'm talking about here. But yeah, that's something that I always wanted to do, even when I was younger. And I know this is going to be weird to a lot of y'all. I know it's going to sound weird, but it's just me expressing what's really me. And I can't fake me. And I'm not going to fake me. I'm not going to be what someone else wants me to be. You know, even when I was little, I always loved being around women. I wanted to be around all women. And if there was men there, then act like I'm not even there. Do your own thing. And if you're responsible and you can, and it's mutual and that's what you want to do it. It's like, why get jealous? Why get envious? Why hate someone because they're having sex with this person? You see what I'm saying? Why have all of these bonds that cause destruction and do all these things when you can be free about it? And you can do it responsibly. And you don't overdo it. You do it when the time is right. You do it when it happens naturally. Let it happen naturally. That's how I always seen everything, is let it happen naturally. If it doesn't happen naturally, then you're forcing something. You're doing something that you really didn't even want to do in the first place. So what is that? Who do you have anything to prove to? What do you have to prove to anybody? And I see so many people when I watch YouTube, if I go on Instagram once in a blue moon and slide down, I just see so many people that they're kind of forcing themselves to be what they are. They're forcing themselves to fit in. They're trying to be a part of something. And it's not like they're not going really their own way in their own life. And this is why I don't relate to so many things, because what I really want to do, a lot of people are scared to do. They're fearful to do it because they're too worried about what everyone else is going to think. They're too worried about what their family says. They're too worried about what, if there's a God, if God's going to judge you, that you're sinning and all this stuff. I don't see it like that. Like I said, if you are responsible and you can keep a limit to it and not overdo it or underdo it, then what's wrong with it? But it has to be you and I, the ones that are keeping this thing to a minimum. And we think responsibly while we're doing it. Because if you don't do that, then the whole thing falls apart. The whole thing goes to shit. And there was a lot of other stuff I wanted to talk about. I'm not making these videos over 20 minutes because my phone won't upload them right. I could sit here and talk about this all day because there's so many other things that go into this besides what I talked about for this, quick 16 minutes. So that's just a little about what I have about sex, masturbation, holding on to your seed. When you're done doing it, relationships, I just see this whole thing different from a lot of people. Just completely different. And it ain't like I'm going towards any specific thing. It has to be what it's going to be. If it doesn't come natural to me and it's not natural, I don't want anything to do with it, basically. So that's what it is. I will talk with y'all. Till then, later on.